Hola, niños. Today we're going to be talking about a new Spanish-speaking country, the country of Spain, or España, as it's called in Español. The colored part of this map represents the country of Spain, and you can see on the left-hand side it is bordered by the country of Portugal, which used to be part of it, and to the north it is bordered by the country of France. And all of these are located on the continent of Europe. Let's check it out. Here is an overhead view of a town called Puebla de Sanabria. It's the town where our latest host, who's going to be guiding us through España, lives. His name is Rio. I'll show you a picture of him in just a second. But before that, I want you to pay attention to the flag that you see hung up here. It's got tres colores. This is a Spanish flag, la bandera de España. It's rojo, amarillo, and rojo. And there on that yellow part, you can see the Spanish crest. Here's Rio, who's from Sanabria, and he's going to be giving us a tour of España. And here he is standing in front of a picture of a rio, or a river. We know that religion was a very important part of Spanish culture, and that was part of the culture that the Spanish brought with them into Mexico when they conquered the Aztec. In Spain, it was super, super important, not only in their culture, but it also led to the way their countries were set up and the geography was set up early on. Because a long, long, long time ago, the Catholics, the Christians, were fighting with the Muslims, a different religion. And because of all this fighting, people were conquering territory and then losing it and then reconquering until finally the Spanish captured a big chunk of the territory, and this territory was in a bunch of different kingdoms. These kingdoms wouldn't all be united into one country, the country of Spain, until in 1469 a royal wedding brought all these little countries together, all these little kingdoms. It was the wedding of Isabel of Castilla and Ferdinand de Aragon, who together were the first who sent Christopher Columbus to the New World, and they began this craze of looking to America and trying to colonize it and take its resources. In this next picture, we see those infamous Spaniards that we learned about in the last unit. These Spaniards were called conquistadors, and they came all the way to the New World looking for gold and for riches. One of the most famous ones, pictured here, was Hernán Cortés. He was the one in charge of capturing the Aztec Empire and taking all of their wealth, their gold, and their possessions. As you can see by this picture, they had a bunch of armor. And over here, they've got cannon and they've got rifles. Their armor, their horses, which Montezuma, who's right here, had never seen, or his people, made them practically unbeatable to the native tribes that they were attacking. Fun fact, the Aztec had a ton of gold and silver, which the Spanish stole after they conquered them. So these are the Spanish. Here is Cortés meeting Montezuma when they conquered the Aztecs. They were very, very ruthless. There's a bunch of dark history associated with the Spanish, and they were just out for gold. But there were also other things that they were searching for. These fantastic fantasies that they'd heard about, like El Dorado, or a city made out of gold. Or other conquistadors were looking for the fountain of youth, where they believed drinking from it could keep you young and immortal and that you would never ever die. So these were just some of the things, in addition to gold and riches, that were fueling their desire to come and take everything that they could from the natives. Rio says it's really important to learn about history so that we don't make the same mistakes that we made in the past. Like today, it's important to be solidario, right? To be open-minded, to be principled, and to treat other people a lot better than the Spanish did the people that they met in the New World. So by learning history, we avoid making its mistakes. Rio and I will sign off for now, and we will see you guys again next time. Hasta pronto. Adios.